Unpacking the Buddha's Second Discourse. Episode 12. Liberation. First, what do we even mean by unpacking? We can define unpacking as the intense scrutiny of traditional Buddhist and Zen texts. A scrutiny that often breaks down the texts, sentence by sentence, term by term, and occasionally word by word. And why even unpack at all? Because not all of us have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living, breathing, enlightened teacher. Understanding that in the Zen tradition, it's this engagement that substitutes for the critical reading of the traditional texts. And so, for those who don't have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living teacher, there must be a return to the traditional texts as teacher. And with that return is the understanding that the texts are best approached as sequences of riddles, or perhaps as sequences of landmines. And these riddles must be reconciled, these landmines cleared, if we are to truly make progress. Let's begin. Consider the following text excerpted from the Sutta, Characteristics of the Not-Self. That is what the Blessed One said. Elated, those bhikkhus delighted in the Blessed One's statement. And while this discourse was being spoken, the minds of the bhikkhus of the group of 5 were liberated from the taints by non-clinging. And in aiding in the unpacking of this brief excerpt, we might consider a handful of questions. First, what does the phrase, liberated from the taints by non-clinging, suggest about the relationship between liberation and attachment? Next, why might the text emphasize that liberation occurred while this discourse was being spoken? Who are the bhikkhus of the group of 5? And what is their significance in the context of the Buddha's early teaching career? How does the bhikkhus' reaction, being elated and delighted, reflect both an emotional and cognitive response to the teaching? Finally, in what way does the Buddha's silence after speaking, allowing the narrative to conclude with the disciples' liberation, underscore the nature of realization in the Buddhist path? And so we have reached the end of the Buddha's second discourse.